Hello, folks. Welcome back for another tantalizing episode of Schwaaard's Journey to Legendary. As you can see, we are going back with Maybe. This is the deck that we finished off the last session with. Relatively straightforward. Jumping in, you'll notice that I'm not running as... It doesn't have the consistency that you typically see. I'm not running a lot... Well, I am running a lot of 3-ofs, but I'm not running completely 3-ofs. And part of that I made the decision before, but I'm continuing to go with it because Mark, shout out to Mark. Hello, Mark. Thanks for the comments today and everything. Happy to have you with us. Made some good suggestions, just saying, hey, find a deck you like that you can work with, and
come on, then, entertain me.
Just refine and tweak it. I think one of the key elements of refinement and doing that is trying out different cards and seeing. And going, okay, I wish I had more of these in my hand, or I wish I had more of these in the deck, or I wish I had fewer of these, or this is really so situational, I'm only really needing it once or twice. So I'm continuing to go this route because I'm trying to sort through, because I think this color combination, it's got some nostalgia values or whatever for me. So I think trying to sort this out maybe is my first deck. I don't have anything that I necessarily want to discard at this point, so I'm playing him. Big, beefy mammoth. This looks like, from the color combination, I would expect... Oh, hey, okay, good. We've got something a little different. In terms of... the new era thing. Like, I'm used to seeing certain cards. When you see Empire nowadays, unless it's a wide aggro deck, I'm used to seeing... it's the very defensive, whatever. This is something new. So however it goes, at least we're probably in for a bit of a different experience. I probably should have hit him first, so he didn't discount whatever card it was that went into his hand. Does it only do it on his turn? I think it only does it on his turn. Hey! My mammoths.
Khajiit will keep you safe.
Oh, that was a close call, because I just realized, I was like, man, we haven't had that many creatures removed, and he just banished one of them, so this is going to be a 6-cost 3/3. Hey, I've got one of those too. So we can do Mummify and
this one
Discerning
is in
Thief.
no mood for you. My paws
So that's
are
what we shall
quicker
do.
than your eyes.
Not looking too bad on board at the moment. Looking less awesome. Even less awesome. That's very awesome.
Too slow.
Is there anything I want to get rid of, though? Yeah, we'll get rid of Night Shadow, or whatever this is, maybe. I think I'm going to need Shadowfen more than I need. Playing away from Dawn's Wrath, I guess.
This one is in no mood.
Although I'm much sadder if this lane gets Dawn's than this one, but then we would get an Alfie Conjurer. So we have options. They're still one turn off from New Era if they are playing it. Wait, Feed can do that on the big guy? I thought Feed was only for... Oh well, it doesn't matter. We top deck the answers, but... Okay. I thought Feed... I'm thinking of Devour. That's actually I need to watch out for that, but okay. So anyway, that's why I'm doing it. And Mark gave some great advice. And it's funny because, I have a... Okay, I was like, wait, did we fall down more than I thought? Oh, well. So I had a conversation with a friend of mine. He was really into poker. I never got into it myself personally, but he really got into it for a while. And we were talking. I was like, dude, it's all luck, man. It's all luck. It's luck of the draw. What card you get, you get. And he said, well, if that was the case, you wouldn't have the same 3 to 5 people winning the tournament every single year. And I was like, okay, it's hard to argue that point. It really is. If it is purely as luck-based as I thought it was, then yeah, it would just be random people. It'd be like the lottery. So you can't argue with experience, you can't argue with reality, and the reality is there is a difference between, it's not just the cards you're dealt. I do wonder if, if you're completely ignorant as to, I remember we played we have a bunch of friends that used to get together pretty often, well, once a year at least. We'd get like a beach house down and, oh, that's so nice. Welcome, friend. Prepare to die. It's a little bipolar-ish, I think, but hey. Hey.
Careful there, friend.
Anyway, and we'd have what we called like the Summer Olympics, where it would be like beer pong in the pool beer pong, regular beer pong, Risk. We'd have like a Risk marathon, and there's like 5 or 6 different events we'd have. And one of them was...
My paws are quicker than your
Pause
eyes.
for effect.
I will have your head. My paws are
I don't really know what I'm
quicker
doing
than your
here.
eyes.
I'm feeling that's a very easy trade. Like, that just makes sense. But if not, we can punish maybe? But anyway, we'd have this thing. And poker was one of them. And my friend's wife kind of ran the game. She came in, she was in first, and I think eventually one of the other guys eventually got there. But she was just playing for fun. Like, she wasn't thinking, because we didn't, obviously we weren't playing for real money, so it wasn't, everything on the line. But she didn't really know much about the game. She wasn't ignorant about it. She knew the mechanics of it, but she wasn't, she didn't know, oh, this guy's bluffing me, or to think about it. I was like, no, I don't think you have that card in your hand. And so she was just very, very matter of fact about the bluffing and what have yous.
We must protect our stronghold.
I knew it was going to be something ugly. I just didn't think it would be that ugly. Man.
Watch yourself now.
See, this is one of those times where I think I probably should have given it a little bit more thought.
Face me, you dog.
In terms of how I handled the turn, but I didn't realize. He's already taken 6 off of me. Here I thought we were tied. I was like, oh, we're jockeying back and forth. No, he's been slipping in these points. Well, he's got me flapping my gums about Florida, for crying out loud. That seems like a weird inclusion. Well, can't argue with the draw. All right. We're gonna do the old Joseph special. He's the one who recommended that to me initially. Get rid of the dagger.
Your blood will
Poke.
spill.
Yay, not punished.
I smell the stench of the living.
Now, red color, remember, strength does do trial by fire. That's a punish for stacking a lane. Ice Storm? I don't know. This seems to be kind of a mid-range, so I wouldn't expect it, but then again, that could be why they run it. I'm just trying to think of the things that I'm trying to be more mindful of the stuff I need to play around. But anyway, my point was that she did very well, but it was because she wasn't really engaging in the mental stuff, and because I think my friend made the point. Anytime you're not playing with real stakes, if money's really on the line, you're going to make different choices. You can be more cavalier about it. You can just say, "Oh, I call your bluff." All right, this seems like a good time for that.
Let's put these to use.
Wrong place for a midnight stroll. Wrong place for a midnight stroll.
I can't hear you.
Prepare to die.
I have to get rid of something, don't I? Okay, I'll get rid of that.
I will have your head.
And Spirit? I feel like we've hit them a lot more than 10.
To
But
die.
okay, I'm gonna be that. It's just, I can't hear it. Like I said, the game's muted, but it's just no fun seeing that. And then I'm sure it'll be some more of that nonsense at the end.
Have you come to submit or come to die?
So he could still no, he can't rage next turn. So I just say we ignore him.
Wrong place for a midnight
Let's
stroll.
put these
Oh, you know what?
jeeps.
Probably want to do this.
Too slow.
Oh no. Can I do both? No, I can't. I'm one off. Alright, I'm gonna have to get rid of something good, I guess.
Let's put these
Because I do have to
jeeps.
shadow fen that,
Your
no doubt.
blood will spill. Too slow.
I guess I'll get rid of him since we've already pretty much broken the rune.
You must be cleansed.
I smell the stench
All right.
of the living.
We have good reach in our hand. Really? You know, my favorite number is 34 too. Walter Payton, Thurman Thomas, okay. Who else? Bo Jackson, Herschel Walker. Who am I other? Do I got him there? Well, Neil Anderson's. Oh, Bo Jackson. Yeah, I said that. Neil Anderson's 34. But like, that's my favorite number. And come on, you got to have a little more class than that. You're 34 legendary. Iron Fighter XXX. You got me all girded up to prepare to die. Anyway, I'm going to pause it here so you don't have to sit through it. We'll be back when the timer comes back. Iron Fighter, in the words of Optimus Prime, I will let him say it because he can say it better than I ever could.
I thought you were made of sterner stuff.
Now, that's what I thought too, Optimist. I've made that pun so many times I'm actually getting it wrong. Optimus Prime. Yep. Thought you're made of sterner stuff. Come on. If I can handle losing as much as I do, I guess, to be fair, he's probably not as used to it as I am. I've become very familiar with it. Certainly not today. Today's feeling pretty good. But yeah. Anyway, what was I going on about? Oh, right. You can't argue with experience. So you're talking to number 12 on the ladder. Could be higher at this point. I don't know. And anything I would say about deck quality or anything like, and I'm not saying that I had an argument to that. That just kind of triggered me to, not triggered me, but got me thinking. Or I guess you could say prompted thoughts and prompted contemplation about why I think things are fair or unfair. And, I talked about, that ultimately Bruma really isn't. It's funny though, because I never thought of defensive Bruma as a defensive card, even though it's called defensive Bruma. Because the only two times I've ever seen it played were in an aggro deck that used it as kind of a, another type of divine fervor. So I'd never seen it used in control. And I'm like, okay, I could see that as control being a little bit more, but you still have to have a board to put it on. If you only have 2 cards, it's really not going to be that big of a deal. So it requires you as a control deck to play more cards, which that's something you don't typically see with a control deck. Usually they're not all about building up boards. It's more about removal, and maybe they'll throw down a guard or something, but they're not like filling a lane. I think maybe if you come across if you do Tullius's Conscription, but that's not usually done in
Preparations
trifecta. What am I thinking? What's the word?
Your blood will spill.
Honestly, I do. I have this thing with my brain where
There's a plan.
it can be very difficult for me to focus. Oh no. Oh.
I do not fear.
Hey. No. No, that's not okay. That's not okay. You go away, you disgusting little cretin. Oh, one turn away from... Alright, so the question is, do I just do Breakthrough and Sentinel Reclaimer? That's really my options, right? I can't...
I will have your
I
head.
can't do anything about this at the moment. So yeah, we'll get 2 damage in, and
Well, let's see if we can
we'll
find
do our
something useful.
reclaiming. I'm not terribly worried about the heals. I just want to make sure that we don't... Well, we're going to take 6 to the face, but I'd rather not take a lot more. Or at least that, unless they ring out Divine. That's okay too, I guess. Okay, so they're not attacking. That's an interesting development.
Face me, you dog.
Let's see here. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do a little bit of that. I don't think he can ping with those colors. He can shadow shift, but not ping. Could expose me, though, if they have that little... the Daedra gal that does the -2 and reveals. Alright, alright. You know, this whole lethal thing is not working for me, I gotta be honest. It's funny, they're healing for like the exact amount that I'm hitting them with. Alright, so... if he's pretty much going to die regardless. I can silence that, kill that. Yeah, that's probably still the best move.
This should help you.
He'll die to the spider. But I think that's okay.
To oblivion.
Oh, he's going to keep the spider alive to kill that. Gotcha. Well. Oh, come on. That would have been my turn 8. Doggone it. The 3 offbeat conjurers, we can just go crazy.
Zoot!
Khajiit will keep you safe.
But not yet. But not yet. I feel Abby Bob, sorry. Abby Bob has not revealed the true nature of his deck just yet. He's holding off, waiting for me to give him some more cards, and I'm not obliged at the moment to do so.
Bark and bird. This is interesting.
Okay, that's not it. Don't tell me you're going to try to get rid of Alfiq. Ooh. That's no good. What do you see?
Your blood will spill! Khajiit will keep you safe.
Goes here for now. Granted, you got the big removal in willpower, so we could eat a piercing javelin and such, and it would be very, I'd be very hard put right now not to try to start going face, but because this is we're a beat 'em down deck. This is not a control deck. But there is that part of me going, you give him cards, but I can't trigger the next Alfiq, and that's really my next big play without him dying, right? I don't think I've got anything else in the. Yeah, I only have the one card in the graveyard. One card in the graveyard. See, I knew there was a catch. I knew there was something. What are you going to banish now? Okay. All right, well, then I guess we will wait.
This one is in no mood.
We'll bide our time.
My paws are quicker than your eyes.
I should be happier about the state of our board, but I'm just, I don't know. There's something fishy going on here, and okay, well, look. I mean, I have to hit with this, with her, with this kitty. I don't know, it's weird. Yeah, I guess it would be... I'm just trying to think in the world of Skyrim.
Try something. You won't live to regret.
This looks like a...
This one won't.
Oh, that was a little greedy there, fella. A little bit greedy.
Too slow.
Arguably, this is not the one to do, but
Watch yourself now.
I mean, I know it's gonna get negated. So why did I do that? I don't know. Well, they would have to negate this too then. I don't know. Gosh, this is all kinds of wonky. I mean, I don't mind if we lose them, just because then I get to get a fresh one. But if my opponent was sitting at 10 or 11 health right now, I'd be feeling a lot better. But we've got 4 runes to break, and not a whole lot to follow up with. This has been a game for the ages, or I should say maybe for the aged. Because my gosh. Oh.
May the ancestors bless us.
So yeah, okay, that takes him out. But that's okay. That's kind of what we wanted.
There's a plan. There's always a plan.
Hello, have some health. Goodbye. Ooh, taking out my ward crafter. It looks like. I feel like he wants me to give him cards. That's the quandary. I mean, I could trade. No, let's see what we can do here. Probably gonna keep that over Spirit. Kind of feel like we need to pull off the Band-Aid. She goes down, this goes down to what they've got in their hand, but that's okay because I want that for next turn. Didn't feel great about that. Maybe that was the wrong thing to do. I mean, we know 3 of what they got in their hand. He's gone. She's gone. Good news is we can Alfiq and Fingers of the Mountains, so whatever they play next turn,
History shall remember this day.
we can get rid of all of it while also, or most of it, while also opening up our board. Man, this stinks because I know we're getting close to the gateway game, and I feel like this is winnable. I just don't know if I'm punting with the decisions I'm making right now. Like it looks like he's baiting out Dawns. He used everything, so he's got 3 cards that I don't know what they are. I want him to hit me in the face.
Khajiit will keep you.
I feel like I'm playing into Dawns here, but I do want him to give me cards. Arguably, I should have done it so that he couldn't keep drawing. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. You must die. You must die, you little turd. No, sir. No, sir. No more actions, please. Probably has a lightning bolt to finish this off. Wow. So he's going to get... Man. I knew it. I called it, didn't I? I did. I said he had something up his sleeve that he was waiting on, and sure enough, there it is. The crappy thing is it's throwing my... Okay, well that's good. So, 1, 2, 3, mummify? No, mummify, okay. So we go 1, 2, 3. Mummify.
Watch yourself.
We do have high end. We got Ancano. I think we've got some decent top end, but things have decidedly taken a turn for the worse. Just got that nasty feeling in my stomach that I should have just kept.
My power is not to be underestimated.
Like, they have no problem just sitting on their laurels. Why do I have a problem with it? Oh, man. Of course, we're going to draw our... I don't want him to hit because he won't give me a card. I mean, the difference in our board is really the rune breaks. That's really it. If he were to break the 2 or 3 of our runes, we would be in a different situation. I mean, it's smarter, but this is just why I don't like control, because I don't like these kinds of games. I don't enjoy them. I know some folks do. I know some, like I said, it's not a slander against people who do. It's just, it's your disposition. It's not a choice. It's not like, oh, I've decided I don't like this deck. I'm sure there's going to be something bigger we want to mummify, but clearly Abby Bob does not mind doing the sit and wait thing. Is more than content to just.
My power is not to be underestimated.
You know what? We're going to hold on to that. Just in case we draw a big boy. Oh my gosh, what is this? Well, I mean, yeah, it's definitely control then, because it was control in disguise. I don't know what this is confusing to me. And see, this is one of those ones where I think I said it before, where it kind of feels bad to lose to it because you're going, I don't, what even is this? I mean, playing her without that is pointless. I don't think they're planning to attack anytime soon. And if they are, great. It'll either put me out of my misery or... I mean, this is just... Thank you. Goodness gracious. I mean, the Harpy is not what I wanted. 3, I think we drew all 3 of our Harpies in our end game. I mean, you can't control that. It's just like I've had these matchups before, and it's like, can you please just. There we go. There's some of our. Oh, we need to contest this. Alright. There was at least a little bit. I mean, he's going to die. I'm not going to be able to trigger Mighty Conjuring off of it, but at least we got something respectable on the board. Now, granted, once he goes down, these all become negligible pawns. Oh, do they have enough for lethal at this point? 9, 12, 13, 14, 18? I mean, if they have a lightning bolt, pretty much. Yaha.
You vexed me for the last time.
Huh. Alright, I guess they got it. Ancano. Yep, they gotta have Ancano. There's no reason you would go this far into it and not have the finisher for it. That would just be silly. You can kill him. He can kill himself and get down to 3. Yep. Cool. Well,
A hard-fought victory.
that's unfortunate.
My fight is done.
But like I said, I just don't. I'm not disposed to long-winded games. It's get it done or not get it done, and it shows because my late game is not great. Because I get bored with the game. I'm genuinely just like, yeah, do it already. If we were lower on the rank or we were in the snake, I would have just conceded probably about an hour and a half ago. But I really thought, even though it was looking shady, we could still win it. But I guess that is the moral. Just when you're against a deck like that, if you don't have a great hand, don't hit them. Just sit there and talk to folks. Like, I actually had a legitimate reason to not do it. I've got plenty of other things I could have been doing instead of talking. But if you look at how the draws went, our one kind of goodish card came way too late.
Hail, friend. Hello there.
Sure. Hey, I'm trying to wring some stuff out here. I'm ringing here, I'm ringing!
Stench of the living.
So I'm trying to think, where was I? But anyway, yeah, so Mark, definitely appreciate your input. Hi. You're not cool. You're not one of the cool ones.
Wrong place for a midnight
Why are
stroll.
you there? I don't understand.
Well, let's see if we can find something useful.
It's cool, though. I mean, and that was something Mark had talked about, and I 100% agree with, which is just enjoying the diverse... Oh, that sucks because you can't silence it. The only reason I would silence it is if I was going to be able to break a rune to trigger this next turn. So then what is the play? I mean, this feels bad. But it's all I got, especially if he could be running the Unshackled dude, and we would have ate it anyway. So he is not a good turn 5 play. So we need a good... Yes! Thank you, Mammoth, for doing that thing you do in showing up. If he connects... Oh, no! Come on! Ooh, well... Alright, that'll work. What? Oh, really? Okay, he wants him to survive, I guess. And both of those will destroy my white run, unfortunately. But the good news is, I can throw a dagger on the Mammoth, and unless he has a way to silence... I mean, he could probably silence white run, I'm guessing. But if he doesn't, we can trigger our mightiest of conjurings. And that's the play we're going to try. Or would Fingers of the Mountain be more prudent? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Trade. We do break a rune. Alright, wait. Do we do something here, or is... Just pause for dramatic effect. Just let the impact of that play sink in. Okay. So we can either do white run, which, as I said, is going to unfavorably... Well, it'll trade if there's no silence, or I can just remove... Yeah... Let's just remove stuff. And if he can't remove this, which he can... Wow, that seems a little excessive there, but I get what you're saying. I do.
My paws are quicker than your eyes.
Something else. Oh! I forgot to say it. This is a very peculiar... Very peculiar. I don't like that lethal on the board. Feels like a really bad Shadowfen, but
Too slow.
since I have another one, I guess I'll just get rid of my dagger.
You must be cleansed.
Getting all kinds of congested over up in here. Let's see how it all sorts out, shall we? But yeah, so I'm probably never going to use the title because it took me so long. It was so hard for me to get the creator title that I'm probably going to stick with it. But I thought, you know what, just as a goal, as just something on the side to do, I'm going to try to get the Centurion, the 100 games with all neutral. Which I got to say, I feel bad for the people that got the Centurion title back in the early days of the game. Oh, clearly they saw. I don't know what they saw. You know what that was? You know what that was? That was the game going, hey, I'm sorry I put you through that really long, boring control game. You didn't deserve that. Here, have this game. I mean, that's not really not it. I didn't do anything to deserve it. But hey, I'll take it. If you average those two out, it's pretty much the equivalent of a real game. So, yay. Continuing to go. Keep pushing. Keep on pushing. Oh, what was I? I was gonna say Oh yeah, so I built this neutral. I call it shift into neutral. But yeah, so the people that had to do that with essentially just Dwemer and I mean, there's some other cards in there like that reach guys. Oh, for the reach, those weirdos. But really, it was mostly Dwemer and Halls. That was it. And then you had the 2/1 that gives anything that's neutral additional, buffs them up and everything. And then of course you've got some of the more nonsensical stuff that's come out lately. But so I'm not running the workshop. Like I said, I'm not going to bother with that nonsense. Ooh, if this is just pure aggro, we are... Ooh, it's pure aggro. So we are... Can't even finish the thought. I'm so petrified. Did I say hello? I thought I said hello. I don't remember. That's okay. I think they're okay.
My paws are quicker than your
Just
eyes.
playing the game. Just playing the game. So the name of the game here is stabilize the crap out of ourselves.
I live for this.
Ooh, Shadowfen target.
Too
I guess
slow.
I'll just get rid of you. Go for face. Go for face. I want to trade with you when you're not buffed up like that, you creepy thing.
We must protect our
It
strong.
works with big bodies. What's that all about? Okay. Oh, we're just very lucky right now that we had the ring in this matchup, because aggressive warrior with that start.
Entertain me and die. Make your peace die.
I feel like he's got something for this guy. So I don't know. I mean, we've got a lot of stuff to work with, so I'm not.
Cower in fear or face my wrath.
You must be cleansed.
No! I thought I was doing the Whiterun guy. Dag nabbit. Dag nabbit! Thought it was. That was my trump card. That's the only thing I was like, okay, I can count on that. Oh man. I can't even say I fat fingered it. I'm using a stinking. Oh no, not the big guy. Oh, big guy. So now I can do
The
this,
city is safe in my hands.
You cannot
this. Oh, he still has a lot of cards in it. He has more cards than we do. And we have the same amount of rune breaks. Slightly better board on our side, but not by much. Oh, this is another one I think we're letting slip away. And that's what really stinks, because it's like, this is when you really want to be amazing. It's when it's like, all right, we're in the thick of things. Like, these have all been winnable games. That's my thing. Like, it hasn't been a crazy thing that's gone on. So it feels bad to lose winnable games.
Come on, then.
Because you know you either made a mistake or they just outplayed you.
You get one shot. Make it good.
I thought he could have killed my other guy. Alright, so do this.
The city is safe in my hands.
Do this. And we do that. Not out of the jungle yet, but... And I didn't realize that's not a buff. These are now 6/6. You can't silence. You can silence and get rid of the guard, but they're and the regen, but they're not. They won't go back to being 4/4s. I didn't notice that. The more you know, and knowing is half the. Wow, how do you butcher that? And knowing is half the battle.
Not done.
Oh, go away! I don't like you. Nobody likes you. Nobody likes you. You're ugly and just hideous. I mean, you're resplendent in all of your. No, I just don't like you.
This won't take long.
And Douchnik to ping him so he dies.
We must protect our stronghold.
Alright. Ooh. Gorsh. Him staying alive is going to be very important.
They will carry the blood by the first forge.
Oh my gosh.
They will carry the blood price. I'll rip you apart.
They're in my
Oh, if they have a silence, it's done. It's done. But I mean, I don't think that's going to make a difference. Oh, I don't want to give them another
I
breakthrough
smell
target.
the stench
So
of
yeah, they got the
living.
silence. Good game. I'm ready. Either they're slow rolling or they have
They're
another
in my
option. Oh wait, can they get breakthrough to win? Or if they have another headhunter, they could. They get 2 through, and we're not. They've got this anyway. We can't. There's no way to pivot.
Close ranks. Let nothing through.
Is that gonna be enough?
By the first forge.
Close enough. Even if they don't have a charge in any of these. All 3 wood aura count hunters. Nice.
Rip you apart.
Oh, that stinks. All right. Man. Yeah, losing winnable games is just unfortunate. Although we really are not drawing, like... I'm going to have to re-examine my late game on this one because it doesn't seem like we have it. But I know I'm running at least 2 Bone Colossus. Bone Colossi? I don't know. I know we're running 2 of those. And we're running Supreme Atromancer. And we're running Incano. And we've had like 5 games today and none of those have showed up. We had 1 Bone Colossus to show up. Decided to grace us with his presence. But so everything, all the other late game has been unfortunately absent. So if we lose 2 more, that puts us pretty much, I mean, it puts us out of strike range for today. So I will play the goofy deck after that, just Because there has got to be a little stress relief. Not because it's frustrating or aggravating, but just like, I'm kind of knotted from, when you're in the thick of things and you're just waiting. And although in the last one, pretty much the last 3 turns was like, nah, we're done. It was back and forth, but they outvalued us pretty heavy. All right, that's what we're looking for.
I smell the stench of the living.
Bunch of smell the livings. Could have used you guys against the orcs, You don't have to just show up when we're against a control deck that doesn't care whether you do something or not.
Wrong place for a midnight stroll.
And as I heard as... oh, wait, I got to finish my neutral story. Why don't you remind me? Jazzy, you were talking about this. If it's a shackle spider, this is a team deck, you devious little bastard. This is a team deck. We don't pin all our hopes on some...
Wrong place for a midnight stroll.
Wrong
place for a midnight stroll.
I'm not going to do it because I got bigger fish to fry, but I am halfway tempted to mummify this turd muffin, just to let him know how it feels. Tell me, how does it feel? Ice Storm? Yeah. Luckily, I have 1 card that survives that. Hey! Thanks for showing up! Unless he has another Ice Storm, which... I'm kind of feeling that... Feel a chill in the air? No! Okay. Also okay. Can we win on this turn? We can. We absolutely can. Okay, so apparently against control...
A hard-fought victory.
That probably seems sarcastic. Doggone it. See, because remember I said before, like, I don't want to give a good game if I felt like it was a dirty mix-up. I also don't want to do it if... it wasn't a great game. It wasn't... Like, the Orc game was a good game. We lost, but it was a good game, was well fought back and forth. That one was very one-sided. Whether he was missing his draw or whatever, it was not a contentious thing. So I don't want to say that because it doesn't feel genuine. It's the generic GG, which is, I'm hoping, what he took it as, but that didn't feel right. Okay, so anyway, my neutral story. So I'm like, okay, and so I did not go Dwemer heavy. And I thought I'm gonna have to, because I don't have a whole lot of like the legendaries and stuff. In fact, I dusted a lot of them earlier on so that I could build the other decks. Because I'm never gonna want to play neutral. Well, people grow and change, as have I, and so I have grown and changed, and now I want to play them. And man, we're just up against like the legendary run today. Apparently there's nobody in
Hail, Fred.
there's nobody at rank 1 anymore. Hey, there's some of our late game. That may be good, or we could just get rushed down. Who knows? So anyway, I jump into casual. I put this deck together, and it's more or less a smattering, but I'm like, hey, this is good. Like the imperfects. What? I don't know what. I mean, I know what that is, but I don't like it. I don't like it.
Watch yourself.
Take it away. I've seen too many shenanigans with these. Anything involving kittens and supports. Well, supports in general. Just shenanigans. All of them. Shenanigans. Okay. Not worth putting him out on against a board that clearly is not terribly interested in doing stuff. Come on. All right. Brace yourself, Rattlehead, for my Temple Conjurer is coming down, and he will smite upon you with great vengeance. Oh, this is a great... I mean, granted, they could have the answers for it, but look, we got Alfiq. If they get him off the board, we got Alfiq coming down next. And if they can somehow remove that, we got... And if they can't remove that, we got... Oh, no. No, 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 no. I need... Oh, man. Crap. I need... What's his face? I need the Shadow Fen guy. There's nothing else to play this turn. That feels bad. And see, the thing is, I know he's waiting to go off. Oh man, I need Shadowfen. It's almost like the lockpick, where he's just like cycling through his cycles. Oh wait, I can trigger Mighty Conjuring now.
You are not worthy.
I need my Shadow Fen. I need it, I need it. This is not okay. This is not okay.
Khajiit doesn't need
Swindler's Market would be really bad. Debilitate's not so bad. It's actually good for us. Okay. So we do the Alfiq
Khajiit
thing.
will keep you safe.
And we wait. Like, the impulse in me is to I mean, I will definitely hit face now, but no, we can't. We can't until we're ready to close it out. We can't. Granted, we could just be waiting for another debilitate. Debilitate would suck. Swindler's Mark
Shall
also
we
sucks.
begin?
So yeah, I think we're just going to wait for Night Shadow then. Okay. Wait, can we finish them? 8, 15. Wait, what is this? Wait, do we have Crushing Blows, so that's 10, 18, 24, 27. Son of a gun.
My powers are immortal.
Nope, nope. I want to get rid of this first. Again, Swindler's Market really screws us up pretty bad. Alright, we're good.
This one is in no mood.
Alright. Oh, sorry, I wasn't talking much. I gotta get back to my doggone story. Jeez Louise. And you know what, man, every time I do this, like, it's so anticlimactic. It's just right when I stall. Why did I look at the screen? Look at my palms. Oh, they're glistening. Oh, this could be beautiful. Like this would be awesome. Breaking into rank 1. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about how awesome it could be. Oh. It's a top 10 with a really cool name. It's alright. My deck is not garbage. My deck is formidable. It can win. That's my battle cry. We can win. It is possible.
Hail, friend.
We see you waking.
Oh,
Great meeting.
not starting off in the most fantastical
I
way.
smell the stench of
That's
the living.
this is aggressive. This is probably goblins, isn't it?
There are ill winds this day.
No, no.
Join us.
Wrong place for a midnight stroll.
All right. Obviously, more movement is not good. We got Mummify, we've got Sorcerer's Negation, so if things start getting really out of hand, we can correct, but I want to wait until we get a few more cards and we sort out exactly what their big gun is going to be, because I don't think this is it.
Join us.
Good. It doesn't break a rune, so that's... Oh, jeez. Alright, so she's got to be silenced or mummified.
You will die, Shapeskin.
I can't do both. But, I mean, that's just a given.
Wrong place for a midnight stroll.
And... I mean, there's nothing else for me to play next turn. Or this turn. Okay. Really wanted to get a board out. Ooh. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Let's see if I can trick him with a little
Flows from the
of this. Get him to break his ward on this guy here.
tree.
Huh? Huh? Don't you want to break your ward? Ha! Totally you do. Oh man. See, now I'm gonna have to drain just to get some health stuffs back, but Ooh, Night Shadow, you are great, but I have other things I need to do right now, unfortunately.
Wrong place
Broke it, we
for a
might as
midnight
well.
stroll.
Alright, we are in the thick of things.
We must keep moving.
Okay. Fingers of the Mountains still looking pretty good right about now. Gonna be getting a lot less nice with that. Alright, so they're really going for the kill on this. Oh my gosh.
Make it too easy.
Alright.
Wrong place for a midnight stroll.
I mean, I don't really have a fantastic solution to all of this stuff, so I'm not going to give him another card. Like, we don't have silence, we don't have negation. And there's no way he trades into this. He's going to do some more swappy swap stuff. Okay, well, I was mistaken. Oh, I know. I've played this deck before.
By Arcay's beard, this day will be mine.
And I don't have a guard for it, do I? I've got nothing to... Well, yeah, I do, I guess.
Rise, my servant. Vile canker blossom.
Come on, survive. Doggone it. Oh, no, and he's going to silence her, too. Son of a gun. Oh, man. Oh. Gateway game. Gateway game. What did I expect? Gosh. That'll break you a little bit. You know, maybe I should start harboring resentment for Swift Strike. I think that's actually cost me more games than any other card at this point, including Invade. Like, especially if you take out the one day where we had 3 Invade decks, like in the one session. I think we've lost maybe 5 or 6 to Invade. I think we've lost a lot more to... Now that was not an invitation for more Invade to come. So hopefully, Varhar, NPO, you are not playing Invade. But I mean, at this point, I mean, I hate to say it, but man, when you put that much into it and you're getting that close, like your opponent's down to the last 2 cards, what are the odds that he has? I mean, yeah, it's just. It's not anger. It's just kind of like a helpless whimper. You're just like, how is it? Those are the cards that you had in your last hand. Like, you had to have the silence for it. You couldn't just have the big guy without the silence.
Da da dee da. No, that's not right.
Wrong place for a midnight stroll.
And you lose so much momentum.
I smell the stench.
Like now we have to win this one just to get back to where we were. It's the yo-yo. And he's got a way to buff this. Oh no, okay.
They will not get
Oh, he's got the guard for it and everything.
I'll get this yet.
Wrong place for a midnight stroll.
Hey, he's got the Centurion thing. Oh man. Okay, I gotta revitalize myself here. What would Giggles do? Okay, so my story is thus.
I'll get this yet.
Nom nom nom.
Well, let's see if we can find something useful.
No, I know. I haven't finished my story yet. I'm just. Okay, so they're gonna draw. That's good. That's good for us. It means we can draw some too.
Wrong place for a midnight stroll.
Can't play out our Alfiq because we can't play it. So yeah, we'll just pass the turn, I guess. Doesn't feel fantastic, mind you, but ooh, that feels even less fantastic.
Wrong place for a midnight stroll.
So yeah, he's going to be able to just swoop in and kill. This is not shaping up well. But we have no good matchup for her. And if I put it in the field lane, then this guy can just swoop in
Let's put these to use.
and have his way with it.
A taste of Lord Dagon's
Unstoppable Rage? Nope, okay. Could be coming up, though. Alright, so but yeah.
Wrong
So we
place
do this.
for a midnight
That. This.
Well, let's see if we can find something useful.
A taste of Lord Dagon's power.
So we're up against...
Welcome to House Redoran Recruit.
I was about to say control dragony thing, but no, clearly this is...
This should help you.
Do I just...
Let's put these to use.
That's good. That's good. We got those out of our deck. Now we're a little more streamlined.
Blood will spill.
This is gonna be aces.
Careful there, friend.
You cannot hide.
Whiterun is good, I guess, if we're ever able to really go on the offensive. But so far, there's really been no. Oh my gosh, there's really been no game that going on the offensive has been an option. It's either aggro that we need to try to stave off, or it's this control nonsense that.
Your blood will
Oh my gosh, it's done pretty much. Where's all the harpies now? All right, so we can do this and get rid of him. That's the big
Mother of mud.
threat.
The city is safe in my hands.
How are they still have so many cards in their hand? It's not fair. There's the harpy. Thank you for stopping the 2 point. Well, I mean, every bit counts, I guess. I mean, not I guess. I mean, it certainly does. But
beware my power.
oh, jeez, the hits keep coming. And this is where the, like, I mean, I'm already from that last game just going, oh my gosh. But you get this kind of thing, and it's like, how do you draw into all the big stuff? You've got a 3 attribute deck. How do you manage to draw into all the big stuff? Where we're
Well, let's see if we can find something.
because as you saw, when we got to the end game, we couldn't get any of our big stuff. We had like 8 turns to close the thing out, and we kept drawing harpy after harpy after harpy, and it's like that's not a good thing. That's just a draw better, I guess. I don't know.
The power of the moon will be mine.
All right, guys, I'm done.
A hard
Good
fought
game,
victory.
sure. Golly dang.
My fight is done.
Oh man. All right, I'll try one more, and then obviously it's not going to be worth my time to keep trying for rank 1. Because we're going to go back down exactly where we were before. It is disheartening to get that close and then just start sliding down and down and down and. Because I was talking with Leo Zaro, always very encouraging. Was like, hey man, at this rate, there's no way you're not going to get to legend, or it's looks like Schwaaard's going to get there, and I'm like not if we just have I mean, we've got half the month left, but if every day is like this win 3 or 4, lose 5 or 6, we're not going to get there. Like, it's just not going to happen. And there's no reason to think that it's magically going to change. Like, I'm not going to suddenly just get amazing. The deck was fine for the first 4 games, and now suddenly I'm getting down in the mouth. I'm not complaining about a deck, but I'm complaining in general. Let me finish my story, and that'll put a smile on everybody's face. Because, surely you're just waiting. So anyway, I queue into casual because I'm just trying to get some. I'm not expecting to win with a neutral deck on the ladder, at least the way I play and the way I build stuff. And I queue into Empire, and I'm not even thinking about New Era because I'm just thinking like winning, getting the next turn, or just surviving long enough. We end up winning. Not only do we end up winning, we win even after they launch New Era because we had 3 supports in play. Interesting. Do I think I can race? Screw it. You know what? I'm in a bad mood.
I am ready to join the circle.
Totally fine. Come at me, brah. Being nice and being cautious has not done me any good. So we are just going to... Okay. We are just going to see what happens. I'm guessing he's got a shackle or... Okay. Okay, so this is... Alright. I'm not... Oh, okay. That might have been the turning point. If this stays alive, then we can put up a Mighty Conjuring. But now he... Man. So... It's either going to be Mighty Conjuring or Night Shadow. I'm going to go for Night Shadow, just hoping he doesn't have the charge. Hoping. Okay. All right. Jeez Louise, that was... You could argue that was dumb. Yep. Wait, do we have lethal? 9. I can't get extra damage anywhere. We can do it next turn, though. Same position. Does he have the charge?
I have many
No, Mike! Wait.
on my mind.
Does he have anything else? No? Okay. Nine and 5 is 14 by every mathematical... Okay.
I have many important things on my mind. Honorous insects, they dare face me?
Okay, he played to his outs. Is there a way we can skip the rune? Wait, what was I thinking? We don't have lethal. Why did I think we had lethal? Ah, bummer. Is it sitting in my hand and I'm not seeing it? I mean, he could just top deck the... You know what?
Watch yourself now.
Oh, here we go. Will this game hold true to form? Yep. Fantastic.
Your time.
All right, we're done playing serious. I'm sorry. I just... Golly day. That is just... perfect. Perfect. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do it. It's just, if we'd started off bad and then kind of like we normally do, we usually start bad and then we kind of climb our way back up a little bit and kind of break even. That's easier to handle than going way up and then just, you can't win a game. And it's this 2 cards in hand and they're perfect, exactly what you need. You have an entire deck full of cards that would not work in that situation, but you happen to have those last 2 cards are that. Sorry, that's just, so we are doing Nefarious Plot. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to pilot it because I am a little bit out of sorts right now. I'm not genuinely angry. I'm just, like when a parent says to their child, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. I am disappointed in how the games have gone. You can't say you're disappointed in the game. It's not a sentient thing. In theory, it has absolutely no way to determine one thing or another. But it's just, incredibly frustrating. And I'm not throwing the game. This is not me going, okay, I'm just playing a janky deck. You may look at it and go, dude, what are you doing? But, oh man, screw it. We've got our combo pieces. Okay, I'm going to hold on to that. Hopefully I'll draw them again. So, my nefarious plan is using either Squish the Wimpy or Red Ear in conjunction with that 4-3 that I just discarded to...
Hail, friend.
Not OTK, but just to do 10 to 20 damage on my opponent. The idea is you have 1 or 2 of those on board. Red Ear, it does damage to your opponent equal to the damage done to it. So if I've got that 4-3 down there and my opponent plays an 8-8, which is where I got the idea. They played an 8-8 Vigilant Giant. It does 8 damage, not 4. It takes the full damage of whatever the card is that you're playing. So it will... So if you rage on it with a 10-10 creature or a 7 creature, it does 7 damage. We have a low end of this deck. We have a low end.
As long as I draw breath.
Marginally better than that. Mostly because it doesn't hit on this turn. We have...
Tawaka watches over.
There we go. So we have, we use Squish the Wimpy, both for the 4-3. I mean, I'm not going to say that we've come across a ton of... Yeah, I mean, the game's pretty much over. Yeah. At least I wasn't really caring. Okay, we're done. Good game.
Victory.
Lovely.
My fight is
I might call this one early, y'all. No? Okay, this is actually the time. So, unfortunately, we just inverted what we normally do. Instead of kind of coming out and stumbling out of the gate, we just came out and lost, 5 straight, 6 straight? And now we're starting 1 notch lower than we did yesterday. You look at the deck list. So yeah, we've got the Mighty Conjurings, we've got Bone Colossus, we've got Encano. Okay, so we don't have Supreme Atromancer. We don't have as much as I thought. I think Whiterun Protector for the kind of decks we're running up against may not be the best one. I saw CVH had run that in one of his decks. I was like, oh, you know what? That actually makes sense if you're kind of doing the mid-range but kind of aggressive style. Having something that, a 5 cost that turns into a 6/6 with regen, that's actually a good thing. But somehow, maybe I'm not playing the deck right, but somehow we're coming up against aggro decks that we can't race. As we've seen, no matter what I do, I cannot race an aggro deck. I can't even defend against an aggro deck. No matter what, I will not have the answer. I will not be able to shut down an aggro deck with this deck. So clearly, there's something horribly wrong. And maybe it's too much of a reliance on Mighty Conjuring. Maybe I should just do one of those. Maybe 1 Bone Colossus, maybe diversify the upper end. So I'll take a look at it and I'll tweak it, kind of like what you were saying to do, Mark. Just take a look and see. I think the middle of it is pretty solid. I think that's kind of more or less standard, except for, like I said, Whiterun. Maybe a few more reflective automatons. That was something Buffalo had mentioned. You do that, so whether you discard it or it dies early on, you've got a on-curve trigger for an Alfiq. So yeah, I'll revisit it tonight and see if there's something, but I'm not above saying we got outplayed. So if you all look at it and you say differently, say, no man, like you should have played these cards different or something like that, then I wouldn't argue. I mean, there's no point. But it's hard to really analyze the deck, I think, well, if you're like, I could start changing stuff that doesn't need to be changed just because I lost. It's like, no, that was fine. There's just going to be times where you go on a 4, 5, 6 game losing streak because reasons, you know. I remember Matt Oblivion. I was watching him back in the days when he was playing this on Twitch, and he was like at he was somewhere in the top 20 with this one deck. It was Slay Halalu, which I really liked. I thought it was really cool. But, I mean, obviously he got to that rank with that deck, and he'd been playing it all day, been doing really well. And then he went, I think it was a 6 or 8 game losing streak. He's still the same player. The deck is still a legendary competitive deck that he'd been winning with. He just lost 6 in a row. And I told him, he's like, oh man, I'm sorry guys. And I was like, actually, this is very encouraging for me. That was actually kind of what got me back playing after one of my hiatus highs, because it was like, okay, if a legendary player can go on a 6 game losing streak and it doesn't mean that he and or his deck are crap, then I got out of the game for all the wrong reasons. I got out because I was like, clearly I had no aptitude for this, and so I quit. We'll start with a fresh slate tomorrow. I'll probably try a slightly tweaked version of this deck, and we'll see where we end up. I can't say I'm optimistic at this point about even getting into rank 1, because it just, when you see how quickly and how savagely the game can just wreck your life, a little melodramatic, I know. Then you're like, well, why would tomorrow be different? But tomorrow is another day, as Scarlett O'Hara would say. Tomorrow is another day, and I will see you then.